Did you know that your diet has a huge impact on your anxiety and stress levels? That's right, what you eat can change your mood for better or worse. And some foods are particularly bad for anxiety and stress levels. In fact, some foods can cause anxiety-related symptoms, such as nausea, blood sugar spikes, fatigue, low mood, and irritability. Some of these foods you might even be consuming every day, without realizing how they're harming your body. So, have you been eating foods that make you prone to anxiety? You're about to find out. In this video, we're going to expose the top 7 foods that cause stress and anxiety. And we'll let you in on the best alternatives you can eat instead to boost your mental and physical well-being. But before we delve in, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Also, stick around to find out how you can get your hands on a free gift. And now, back to what you came here for. Here are our top 7 stress and anxiety related foods. Starting with one that might be sitting in your fridge right now. Number 7. Ketchup. Ketchup is a condiment found in many people's kitchens, but though it may be delicious and go with everything, it can be a sneaky source of high fructose corn syrup, or HFCS. HFCS is made by treating cornstarch with enzymes which create a syrup that is half glucose and half fructose. Commonly found in candy bars and fruit juice, this corn-based sugar is a lot cheaper than table sugar, meaning it has become a very popular choice for food companies. So, how does the high fructose corn syrup in ketchup affect stress and anxiety? Well, HFCS can cause dips in your blood sugar and spikes in anxiety. This is because this artificial sweetener is a neurotoxin. It can disrupt your nervous system function and lead to heightened stress and anxiety. You might feel a wave of energy after eating HFCS, but this won't last for long. After eating foods like ketchup, your body will crash and then crave more sugar. But not only that, ketchup also has other negative effects on your health. Did you know that HFCS can impair dopamine function? Dopamine is a type of neurotransmitter made by your body. It's used by your nervous system to send messages between nerve cells. And it's known as the feel-good chemical, as dopamine works with your brain cells to help you feel pleasure. This makes it very important when it comes to reducing stress and anxiety. Unfortunately, foods containing high fructose corn syrup can have the opposite effect. By impairing dopamine, not only is your mood affected, some research also suggests that reduced dopamine may be linked to obesity. So, instead of ketchup, try opting for a healthier alternative like tomato salsa. Or better yet, try making your own homemade ketchup. It's just as delicious, and you can make it as spicy or mild as you like while controlling what goes into it. Now, our next food may seem like a tasty snack, but it does nothing good for your stress hormones. Number 6. Pretzels. Original pretzels are German-baked pastries that are shaped into a knot. Nowadays, pretzels come in lots of different shapes and sizes. But today, we're talking about those small, hard, salty pretzels. And these crunchy snacks don't come without a story. These pretzels are said to have been created after a baker fell asleep while cooking soft pretzels. The dough overcooked and created this salty treat. But this food isn't much of a treat for your anxiety and stress hormones. Pretzels are incredibly high in sodium, which causes blood pressure levels to increase. High blood pressure increases the workload of the heart. This causes the body to release the hormone adrenaline, which leads to anxiety. On top of this, pretzels are packed with fast-digesting refined carbs. These simple carbs result in spikes in glucose levels, which raises your stress hormone cortisol. You might be craving a salty snack when you're feeling stressed or anxious, but these refined salty pretzels are not the way to go. Have you ever found it hard to put down a packet of pretzels once you've started? Well, according to the Journal of Nutrition, white carbs are very addictive. This is because these refined carbs temporarily stimulate your brain's reward center, meaning you'll keep wanting more. So does this mean you have to stay away from pretzels altogether? No. Try opting for whole grain or unsalted pretzels as a healthier alternative. Coming up next, we've got something that you may think of as a stress reliever, but we've got some bad news for you. Number 5. White wine. Having a glass of wine at the end of a long day may seem like a fantastic way to de-stress. But when the alcohol wears off, your body may actually be more stressed. There is some truth to the idea that alcohol can reduce stress. Alcohol is a sedative and a depressant that affects the central nervous system. Drinking may ease your mind for a period of time and give you a boost in mood. But you soon may build a tolerance to the anti-anxiety effects of alcohol. This is because alcohol changes levels of neurotransmitters in your brain. In particular, it affects levels of serotonin. Serotonin is the key hormone that stabilizes your mood and happiness. It also helps with sleeping, eating, and digestion. Lowered levels of serotonin affects your mood and causes an increase in stress and anxiety. As well as this, as we know, overconsumption of alcohol may lead to a hangover. Hangovers bring symptoms that may cause you to feel more anxious, including headaches, dizziness, nausea, and low blood sugar levels. Alcohol withdrawal may also lead to increased anxiety and has awful symptoms such as sweating, hallucinations, vomiting, and trembling hands. So does this mean you can never drink again? No. In fact, we have a solution for you. It may be time to switch from the white wine to red wine. That's right, red wine has some amazing anti-anxiety components. Red wine contains something called resveratrol, which is a plant-based compound that has anti-stress effects. This is because it decreases the function of an enzyme which controls stress in the brain. So instead of white wine, try a glass of red wine to help you unwind at the end of a hectic day. Up next, we've got another food that many indulge in to try to improve their mood. You might even be consuming it every day without realizing its detrimental effects. Number 4. Caffeine. Caffeine is a stimulant which is found in many different drinks, including one that you might have already had today: coffee. Have you ever wondered why coffee gives you an energy boost? Well, it's due to the high levels of caffeine. 1 cup of coffee contains almost 100 milligrams of caffeine. But this is nothing compared to energy drinks. That's right, energy drinks contain a crazy amount of caffeine. Some energy drinks that you find in your local dairy may contain up to 300 milligrams of caffeine. That's like drinking 3 cups of coffee, one after the other. So, why does caffeine cause you to feel more stressed and anxious? This is because the temporary boost that you get from caffeine eventually wears off, which results in heightened levels of anxiety and stress. Did you know your body's reaction to caffeine is similar to how it would react to being scared? Caffeine makes your body go into its fight or flight response, which may worsen stress levels or cause an anxiety attack. Don't get us wrong, caffeine does have its benefits. It can increase alertness, attention, and cognitive function. But having too much caffeine can have detrimental effects on anxiety. Also, it may keep you up at night. This is because caffeine interacts with a type of neurotransmitter called adenosine. This is the neurotransmitter that promotes sleep. Caffeine decreases the function of adenosine, meaning you may find it harder to get to sleep at night if you've had a coffee during the day. If you're a regular coffee drinker, it can certainly be a hard thing to give up. But even reducing your intake may be enough to experience improvements in your stress levels and anxiety. Otherwise, if you crave a hot drink in the morning, why not try a herbal tea? Herbal teas like chamomile, ginger, and peppermint are great caffeine-free alternatives. Our next food is one that you probably already know is bad for your health, but do you know the effects it has on stress and anxiety? Number 3. Candy. When you're feeling stressed or anxious, a sweet treat may be exactly what you feel like, and eating candy may temporarily make you feel good, but only for a very short period of time. When you eat sugar, it triggers the release of the happy hormone serotonin, but this increased level of happiness doesn't last for long. Did you know that high sugar intake has been linked to mood swings, stress, and symptoms of anxiety? Not only that, but it also has other major effects on the function of your organs. Too much sugar may cause obesity, heart disease, and high blood pressure. Like caffeine, eating sugar gives your body an initial energy boost, but once this boost has peaked, your blood sugar levels drop very quickly. This can lead to a low mood and cravings for more sugar. But don't be tempted to keep eating. Continuous ups and downs of blood sugar levels can cause an imbalance in your hormones. Your body may release adrenaline and cortisol into your bloodstream, which can cause heightened anxiety and sometimes panic attacks. Sugar does not necessarily cause anxiety, but according to research published in the Psychology and Behavior Journal, it can worsen your symptoms. So instead of eating candy, if you need something sweet, try reaching for some delicious fruit instead, such as some mixed berries. We know what you're thinking, isn't fruit high in sugar too? Yes, you're right. But fruit also has a high fiber content, which helps to decrease the negative impact the sugar in fruit may have. Fruits take time to chew and digest, meaning you'll feel fuller and your body can better tolerate the sugar content. So next time you're at the grocery store, reach for a pack of strawberries instead of a packet of candy. Up next, we've got a food that contains a secret additive that you may not know about. Number 2. Hot dogs. Hot dogs are one of the top foods to grab as a quick bite at a carnival. They're delicious, cheap, and they usually go down a treat. But hot dogs contain highly processed meat. To make these meats last longer on the shelves, they are packed with preservatives and sodium. These additives may decrease your energy levels and increase your stress. We've already mentioned how high sodium levels lead to heightened anxiety, but did you know that hidden additives in food can also worsen stress and anxiety? Hot dogs contain an additive called monosodium glutamate, which you might know as MSG. MSG is also used as a flavor enhancer in some chips, canned soups, and a variety of frozen meals. MSG may lead to many anxiety-related symptoms such as brain fog, fatigue, moodiness, and nausea. MSG is not always bad. In fact, high levels of MSG can be found in foods like tomatoes, mushrooms, and Parmesan cheese, so you don't need to completely exclude this additive from your diet. But food companies may be hiding the levels of MSG in processed foods such as hot dogs. The FDA doesn't require MSG to be listed as an ingredient, so you might not even realize that you're eating it, or just how much you're getting in your diet. So to be safe, make sure to look for organic foods that state they're MSG free. When you're shopping for meat, try to look for whole food sources rather than processed alternatives. Also, it may be a good idea to skip that hot dog next time you have a craving. And finally, it's time to expose the final food on our countdown that causes stress and anxiety. We bet you didn't see this one coming. Here's our number 1 food to reduce to help your stress and anxiety levels. Number 1. Soy. Soy milk, soy sauce, tofu, the list of soy products goes on. We know these may seem like healthy foods, but according to the American Psychological Association, soy may not be the best for stress and anxiety. In fact, a recent study showed that soy supplements are linked to more anxious behavior. While soy is high in protein, it's also full of harmful enzymes. These enzymes make the digestion of this protein very difficult. As well as this, soy has high levels of phytoestrogens, which are substances that mimic estrogen in your body. This can cause an imbalance in your hormones, resulting in mood swings and increased anxiety. Also, soy is high in copper, which is a mineral often linked to anxious behavior. This is because high levels of copper make your body produce more adrenaline. Soy may make you feel agitated, panicked, or unable to sleep at night. In addition, did you know that anxiety may be linked to gluten sensitivity? That's right, for some people, gluten may be a trigger for anxious behaviors. And a secret glutinous food is soy sauce. Most people don't realize soy sauce contains gluten, as well as the effects it may have on anxiety. But this doesn't mean you have to get rid of all soy products. Yes, try to reduce processed soy foods like tofu, but fermented soy products like miso or tempeh are a lot healthier for your body and they're easier to digest. So there we have it. the top 7 foods that cause stress and anxiety. We're not telling you to get rid of these 7 foods completely. Everything in moderation, right? But taking some steps to reduce these in your diet and stick to healthier alternatives will hopefully have a lasting positive impact on your mood and stress levels. We hope this video has been helpful, and we hope you've learned something. And wait, before you go, we've got an amazing gift for you. We'd love to offer you our free book, 25 Energy Boosting Superfoods for Women. Here you'll find out the little known foods and insider tips which help with your energy levels, weight, sleep, and mood. To get your hands on this free gift, click the link in the description box below. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our amazing videos. From us here at the Women's Wellness Channel, we hope you have a happy and healthy day.